is? Who is that one for the knowing? That one for the infinite reality? Who is? Who is that one for the knowing? That one for the infinite reality? Who is that one for the knowing? That one for the infinite reality? That one for the equal, the which is quick to complain about the other people bad treatment, but they have to slow down to the confession. Who is that one for the knowing?
Girl of my dreams, I love you. Honest,
that one for the knowing?
I do.
Who is?
You are so
Who is?
sweet.
Who
If
is?
I could just hold your child
Who is
again
that one for the knowing?
in my arms, then
Who is that one for the knowing? That one for the infinite reality? That one for the equal, the which is quick to complain about the other people bad treatment, but they have to slow down to confess his own bad kind.
life don't seem the same. Please come back again. And after all said and done, there's only one girl of my
Looking at these fools. Looking at these fools. Thinking they can fool somebody for the mind sense, for the pursuit, for the blind alley, for the seeking of truth, the reality, for the city. Looking at these fools. Thinking they can fool somebody for the mind sense, for the pursuit, for the blind alley, for the seeking of truth, the reality, for the silliest your dog, thinking in them once you chasing the tail in order to attain its tail. Your dog already has that full of possession of the tail for the very beginning. For this to be the grasping of, for this to be the order to function. You can find that for the grasping. You had it at a go for the some point for the function, but even the truth you attain for the grasping and another truth, and this would be only an object again. Therefore, really to begin and over again. For the order to seeking, you must have an idea for the ideal or an image of it that you can find a seeking for the very conscious and clear. But you must be lying. It can't not be real enough for this, so you can only cease to cherish your opinions. Means, ideas, and ideals, and beliefs and images are well personal opinions, but sounds like that, but it really isn't easy seems. Cherish thoughts in your head. Cherish implies that the emotional attachment to hold on to. Cherish something the very place for you because you can think you have value for the because it defines who you think you are for the change of that for the opinion the false self thrives on that for the false self is made of. When you realize none of your ideas about your truth are real, it's quite enough for the shock to your own system. It's an expected for the blow to seek that for the seeking. Using task for any useful spirit of practice is therefore for the dismantling and what you cherish in your thoughts. I am not for your opinion, for the ideas that make up your false sense. Both meditation and inquiry. And with the meditation you can find the seek for the only you can think for the suffering in your own mind for the city, quiet enough for the reeling, but the only nothing but the conditioning and thinking yourself spontaneously arising with awareness, but you can find it cherishing and think for the taking trip to be real for the relevant enough for to be creating eternal images. You are nothing observing for the illusionary, for the nature to be in the resisting in it, for the beginning to question yourself, for the inquiry and align your beliefs and disability will form in your emotional attachments and what you can find in the world your mind create. It's never been spoken and never been written enough for the imagination to be hidden for the plain view, for the cherishing your eyes and opinions to stand before your very own. Perception goes farther with those of the awareness and goes deeper than the rest of the development for the only just so farther up and deep in the self and the possessing of what's essential credentials. Need for the communicating with others, the attaining over self, the compassion, desire, the effect for the communication to be much as possible for the third, for the only special power to teach what he knows. Let your mind be clear enough for the when you're thinking it really of yourself, for the looking for itself, for the never find it because you can have them any movement for the undertaking away from it. Never the question is how can I become aware of what I am, for the we cannot be aware for you, for the I am, for the only to be aware of things, for what you're aware of, for the object, but you can be aware of you are. The real nature, but the only the object, for the consciousness, the light behind all objects, for the ultimate perceiving what you hear. I never understood that. I cannot see, it's only seen. When you understand this, you no longer for the concern, but not for the you are not, for the natural, for the giving up, for why you are not. All that energy, but the only eccentric, for the spent. Achieving it, becoming and grasping on to the same repetitive in the stillness and the silence of what you could original perceive in your from a real life, the globality, but I can see it for myself. You're open to the unknown and nothing for this to be still found on the map, but to be preventing of what you could come to exist, the involuntarily. You could think that mentalism and taking up on these objects and this to be illusions and dreaming and what you seem to be false and soon to wake from the dream itself. You don't want to do that for the only regarding for the past and the present and the future, for the containing the conceptually for the only what you construct for your object for the immediate processing. Run to get that for the joy for ease and your inner thought of the world, your ease and your awareness and your nothing of your issues and your mind to find it this way for the giving up of the breath, for the pumping of the blood, for the spinning of the star, for the dream. Singing in love for this to be the mind, for the die, for the will be done, for the dying, for the meal be mind me be done, and I am one. Mind be one for the till the ego is completely deflated, for the falling of void, for the you how you know, for the feel, for the fully realizing your blissfulness, for their salvation, detaching yourself from your ego, following your master's disguise and guidance, and this is the ego with your fictions and illusionary, for the this is to concentrate yourself for the digitally on your short path. Dig beneath for that ego, for this to be the non-duality, for the this is only the mind's existence. You can find that for the esoteric. You've been explored enough for the accessible intuitions available to known. The mind that is not baffled is not employed for the impeding of the stream, but is not who sings. Come to the real work and you will no longer will which way to go for your own real journey. You're slowly changing and growing enough for the finishing changing enough for the fulfilling yourself for this the one to shine through the other. Please quest the means to discipline the emotions in you for your nature and intuition. What a blessed life for the lucky find, the ending of the search for the stopping of the mind, for the how can I express for the changing of this place. Only words that I can guess and only be amazing grace and I can say how the blessing came to me for the only not for the now for knowing the error pushing me for this to hide my heart. And falling into love for the moth for the tuba flame for this to be the only curtains. Putting on the oar for the this to be the time for the wearing for the roam for this is not the shore for I'm going for the rising of the tide for the breaking of the weights of surrendering every notion to somewhere to have a save. Supernatural or separate from the ocean, I surrender that for the mystery, the lap of God. I